Google has cut hundreds of jobs across its platforms and devices division, including Pixel, Android, and Chrome. Microsoft laid off about 15,000 workers in total during the first half of 2025, with a major cut of 6,000 employees in May alone. Intel announced they were cutting 21,000 jobs. That's roughly 20% of its workforce, making it one of the largest single job cuts so far in 2025. Now, I'm not trying to scare you with these news, but these are some unfortunate events happening across the world. And right now, there are HR leaders just like you walking into offices with minimal idea of what to do or say during layoffs, downturns, and other crises. Hi, I'm Sanjeevani from Vented Circle, and these are the exact problems we are addressing in this video. You see, the complete breakdown of authentic human connection during a crisis is what kills companies. When organizations hit hard times, most HR teams panic and fall into two understandable but very deadly traps. They are either freeze up and go completely silent on recognition because they don't know what to say, or they desperately try to maintain normalcy with cheerful messaging that feels completely tone deaf when people are losing their jobs. And the problem is actually deeper than bad timing. It's a fundamental failure to acknowledge that your workforce is simply traumatized, overworked, and living in constant fear of losing their jobs next. This further creates a trust deficit that spreads like poison through your organization. Employees stop believing anything you say. They start viewing company communication as some sort of manipulation. But you know what? The real damage hits you personally. When retention numbers collapse and morale tanks, upper management won't blame the economy or market conditions. They'll blame you. You become the HR leader who could not keep the team together when it mattered the most. And that is certainly not a good thing. Now I understand how difficult of a situation this is for you. Everyone's looking to you for answers when you are figuring out as you go. But the good news is you don't have to struggle, because there are practical things you can do today that can actually help people and protect your organization's reputation. First solution: bring in licensed mental health professionals to deal with such situations. You see, during layoffs and downturns, employees go through very serious trauma. Trust me on this. The fear of losing your job, the sense of dread can be extremely crippling. This is why you need to set up dedicated counseling rooms with licensed therapists who understand layoff survivor syndrome. Now, make these sessions available every day for every employee, both remote and hybrid. Do not forget to reach out to your employees and let them know help is very much available in these stressful situations. Second solution: we all know financial crisis and layoffs might be out of your hands, but how you handle the crisis may not be. Your approach can very much define your company's reputation forever. This is why you need to help the employees who were unfortunately laid off with finding new jobs. Do not treat departing employees like some criminals who need to be escorted out. Instead, you create a dedicated program called Next Chapter Network that can actually help laid off employees land their next job. Here, you build a network that includes your current team, alumni, and industry contacts, all focused on opening doors for the people you had to let go. Make job placement your responsibility, not just some sort of a severance payments. You can also write them genuine LinkedIn recommendations that open doors. Make phone calls on their behalf. When you fire someone, you owe them more than just a severance check. You owe them a bridge to their next opportunity. Third solution: you see, after layoffs, your surviving employees have to carry an impossible load. They are doing the work of multiple people while living in constant fear they could be the next, which is why traditional recognition will not work in these situations. So, be intentional about recognizing your employees' real contributions. You can even opt for platforms like Vented Circle that make it easier to embed genuine recognition into everyday work. Make sure your remaining employees are being rewarded for their resilience and hard work, and let your company leaders know exactly which employees are preventing total collapse. Because these are the people keeping your company alive. Now, fourth and final solution. Have honest conversations with genuine empathy about what's happening. Hold all hands meetings where you share actual financial data, timelines for recovery, and which positions are secure versus at risk. Give them weekly updates on company performance and hiring freezes. Most importantly, train yourself and leadership on how to communicate with empathy during crisis. You can in fact learn specific phrases that acknowledge pain without making false promises. Hold regular town halls where you openly address fears, no sugarcoating, just pure honesty. Make sure employees have safe spaces to share concerns without worrying about backlash. And set up clear communication practices that put transparency first, not just some polished corporate messaging. You know what? Crisis does not destroy companies. Bad leadership does. You can be the HR leader who disappears when things get tough, or you can be the one who shows up with real solutions when your people need you most. The choice is absolutely yours. So let us know which of these solutions would have the most positive impact during layoffs and downturns in the comment section below. Until then, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.